Hello and welcome to this edition of JHacked RC. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Tamiya Monster Beetle 2015 re-release. Here we go. And here is Albert Attaboy in all of his glory. One of the most absolutely iconic radio-controlled vehicles of all time, especially from Tamiya. The Monster Beetle shares the same platform with the Tamiya Blackfoot, which also just got a re-release, and the Frog, which has been re-released, the Subaru Brat, which has not had a re-release, and the Mud Blaster all share this same chassis design. Look at that body. Volkswagen Bug. Hard ABS plastic. Very, very detailed. This is another one of my kits that I got probably 2 weeks kind of off and on into painting and everything. Beautiful stickers. The stickers have been redone for the re-release. They're not quite like the original stickers, but, you know, I think it was trademarks. Super detailed door handles, swing windows, tinted. You can see Albert in there. Got the front light guard, the front bumper, the chrome headlights. License plate. Really a beautiful, beautiful kit. Like I said, hard ABS plastic. I'll show you that in a minute. So this is static model quality. Put that beautiful bean footage right there. 10 scale, 2-wheel drive, independent suspension, front and rear. The front shocks are vertical. The rear shocks are actually horizontal, and it's kind of hard to see. I'll see if I can get a little zoom in on it there. The rear shocks are run by the little cantilever it's an independent rear, but it's an independent swing arm setup. Very, very strange, but it works. I mean, it was 1987. Shocks are oil-filled. One of the updates that they have done for the re-release is metal CVA axles. You can't really see them in the boots here. I know that there are people that are having diff problems with them. I had diff problems at first, and I actually have a little solution that worked pretty well for me. I'll touch on that in another shorter video so you don't have to suffer through my rambling. But gear differential, stock Silvercan 540 Mabushi motor. Let's see, it comes with the, yep, there we go. Comes with the Tamiya TBLE02 speed control. Great little unit. I like it. I'm using Futaba radio gear on this, and I'm using a Tactic servo because I caught it on sale, and it's a pretty good unit. Monk, monk, monk. Oh, let's see. Acceleration and speed. Cell phone GPS. It topped out at about, I think it was like 16 miles an hour. Acceleration, it kind of takes a minute to get there. It seems like the motor's kind of laboring just a little bit. The motor gets pretty warm, but then again, a lot of these old Mabushis, I know for me, they've always run hot. It just kind of seems like it's the nature of the beast. The steering on this, it's just I should probably get in view, shouldn't I? The steering, the linkages are just attached to the servo saver right up on top of the servo. There's no bell cranks or anything. Steering on it's it's not too bad. Being a monster truck like this, kind of tall, center of gravity a little bit. High speed turns. You're probably going to dump it if you get real aggressive with it. You can definitely plan your turns. handling this machine. This is a re-release of a 1987 kit, so it pretty much handles like it's 30 years old. Not saying that it's bad, it's just kind of a different time. The oil-filled CVA shocks, they do definitely help. I dampen everything down from what just old friction stockers would have been. And I believe when the Monster Beetle came out years ago, the upgrade from it to the Blackfoot was oil-filled CVA shocks, but now they're standard. But it's a little bit bouncy, but with the oil shocks, it dampens it pretty well, and it doesn't handle too bad. I mean, it really doesn't. It's fun. I like driving it. I don't jump it so much. I bounce it off the curbs and jump the curbs and everything, get a little bit of air on it. And I would say handling is respectable, especially considering, you know, again, 30 years old. The durability on this machine, the differentials, here we go, sorry. The differentials have been problematic. The differentials probably are going to be problematic. I know MIP has a ball diff set for it that, like, you know, Thorpe used to have years and years ago. The MIP setup is a little bit expensive. I think it's like $70. And for the kind of running I'm doing, I think that that's just completely overkill. I watched a video on Mateo, I believe his name was, Matteo, his RC vehicles. He did the MIP ball diff, and then he put a Castle, I think like 3800 kV setup on there. Did not have a gearbox problem with it, but it's, and like he said, this platform's just not made for anything that crazy. It's really not, you know, it's 30 years old, and it's they stuck to the original design. But I'm going to make another little video. I got a solution that's worked for me on the differential. The upgrade, they've upgraded to metal dog bones and CVA shafts in here. There used to be a hex drive that would strip out in less than a pack from what I've read, or, you know, a couple packs. So the dog bones, and that's just rubber boot. The dog bones in here and everything, you are not going to have a problem with that. So at least that part of it is good, and that part of it is fixed. The only other durability problem that I've had, and it was kind of more my fault than anything, I was driving it, it was below freezing, it was probably about 20 degrees outside. My body, I bounced it off a curb, and it landed straight, lid down like that. These ABS hard plastic bodies, you know, they don't flex like a Lexan body does. So I cracked it. I come in here with some shoe goo and a little bit of drywall tape. You know, that's how I've been fixing my Lexan bodies for years. Then I came up here and put a little hole in it, like a little 16th hole, to try to stop the crack. Hopefully that will fix it, or at least not break anymore. But, you know, that's kind of neither here nor there. It's just ABS plastic. Look at Albert Attaboy in there. There we go. There's a pupil shot. I got some pupils. You know, he's got a little mustache on him. That dude is a redneck, let me tell you. I think for the money, the kit is worth it. I think I got this one when it was $165, I think it was. Most of these, I'm sure, are probably going to be relegated to being a shelf queen, which I kind of wanted at first, but I'm kind of old school with the RC. I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I kind of enjoy the history of it a little bit. But for $170, it's not necessarily the cheapest one, but it's also so iconic that if you're a little bit of a collector and a little bit of a nerd like me, I think it's worth it. I plan on getting a Blackfoot. I just haven't got one yet because I got this, and I've bought a couple other ones, different chassis that I wanted to play with, and but I think for the money, it's worth it. The fun factor on this, it's a fun kit. It is. It doesn't really have a shtick. You know what I mean? This was would be like cutting edge, for 1987. It's kind of like going back and playing Nintendo. Like throwing in some Mario Brothers 3 or something like that. Good games, good fun. You can't really compare it to what the newer stuff is now. It's fun. It's just on a different kind of level of fun, if you will, a little different scale. But I really enjoy bombing around with this kit. And one of the things that I'm doing with this kit and some of my other Tamiyas is seeing as how there's so much time and energy and everything into painting the kit and all the finish and everything, instead of just taking it and bombing around and jumping it and flipping it and getting another Lexan body, throw a coat in there, put the thing on, go crash and bash and breaking. With this one, I'm trying to keep it nice, so I'm actually really teaching myself how to drive and really focus a lot more than I kind of used to. So, I'm definitely showing some discipline with this kit. And I tell you what, I like the Monster Beetle. I think that this is a good enough kit to buy that, let me throw the body back on, I'll tell you. This is actually the second kit, the second re-release that I've bought. This is the first one. It had an unfortunate accident underneath of a Pontiac Bonneville. So it was pretty much a complete loss. The body was trashed and a fair amount of the chassis components were trashed. So I bought another kit and then just used my good used parts and built that one, and then I have another half box full of parts. But even as bad as this body is, the most important thing, Mr. Albert Attaboy was okay. Come on, focus. Come on. There we go. Even though the kit was a complete loss, Mr. Albert himself got out unscathed, which was really pretty amazing. Of everything that got ruined, I was worried that he got hurt, but nope. So there we go. That's what I think of the Tamiya Monster Beetle. Comments, questions? Thank you for watching.